how's it going, friends? Today I want to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and now I waited until it's freezing cold outside. It's 23 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to take the Canon 6D on the FeiyuTech AK4500 and do a motion time lapse. And I'm going to set this up to for about a half hour down here at the lake in Mount Gretna. And I'm going to be on the opposite side of where the beach and everything is. The sky is blue, and hopefully I have enough clouds and cloud movement to actually make it work. I'm going to try to do long exposure time lapse, so I'm going to try to do 1 second. If that doesn't work, I'm going to do a half second with an ND filter on the 6D Mark II. So basically what I'm going to do, as soon as I turn this on here, is go to the auto rotation menu, continue, and for the time, for the pan I'm going to set 30 minutes, and the tilt I'm going to set 30 minutes, and then I'm going to hit the root. So for the first position I'm going to set it down and to the right, hit OK, and then left and slightly up to get the clouds, something like that. So I'll figure that out when I get there, but basically down where the lake ends, where all the canoes and stuff are, all the way over to the buildings and the beach. And I'm going to have the sky play a pretty good role the whole time in this, because without it, there's probably not that much motion, it being a lake, in the water, but I want the motion in the sky, and hopefully that will tell you this is a time lapse. Otherwise it's just a panning video. So I'm hoping it works out. So I was wrong about a half hour. I think it's going to be actually, I went like between a 10 and 15 second time lapse. That's a good balance there. It's going to take 500 photos, and it's going to take almost 25 minutes, and that's fine by me. So those are the settings for this, and that's basically, when you go in the menu, it's the camera menu 5, time lapse. That's basically it. And since the 6D Mark II doesn't have a log profile, I have installed CineStyle, and I want to use that because this isn't a photo time lapse, this is a video time lapse, and I want to be able to bring down the highlights and bring up the shadows if I have to. Basically I just want to be able to color grade it, so I don't want it on a standard profile or a landscape profile. I want it on CineStyle, and I'll put a link to that in the description of this video so you can download it. A lot of people use it to balance across multiple Canon cameras, and other people just use it because their camera doesn't have log, and it's a pretty good substitute for log. It's easy to grade, it's not quite as flat as C-Log, but it's good for using for things like this, especially since this doesn't have log. In other news, this will be the first video I'm shooting with the EOS R, which I'm currently shooting with the EOS R. I just got it 2 days ago, and so far I really love it. It's doing such a fantastic job right now, doing the eye autofocus, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now watch it go out of focus. But I'm actually using the 24-105 kit lens, not the EOS R kit lens, but the EF kit lens, because my 16-35 is on the other Canon and will be for this motion time lapse. I'm shooting in full HD right now, just because the file size is ridiculous. It's like 480 megabits per second for 4K. So I'm just trying for an easy workflow here, and I am shooting in C-Log. So if you like this grade, here's what it looks like flat. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to. I have a lot of leeway with color grading and bringing down the highlights and shadows and all that. So I'm pretty happy. I did a lot of test runs with it, just handheld video. I'm not sure I'm going to do a review on this because it's not like it's not breaking news, it's not a brand new camera, but I will definitely be filming a lot with it and a lot less with the GoPro. I'm kind of done doing the easy GoPro vlog style stuff. This is definitely light enough, and it's compact. I'm using the Rode Video Micro. I don't want to ramble too much. This isn't a Canon EOS R review, but I'm pretty happy with it, and I'll definitely let you know down the road my gripes about it if I have any. So for now, let's head down to the lake and get this set up. since I was inside a couple minutes ago, I didn't really know what the settings were going to be like out here, so I kind of approximated. It's not really overcast like it might look in the video. I don't know. I'm just looking at the screen and it looks overcast, but it's not. So I got the ND filter on almost all the way that it'll go without the X pattern, and I'm at f/22, ISO 100, and a 1-second exposure. So we'll see how this turns out. So as you saw, I pieced two 10-second time lapses together with some ambient sounds. Overall, I think it turned out okay. If I could do a 1 out of 10 scale, I would give it probably a 6 because the panning and everything was a little jerky on the gimbal end, and I had to stabilize it. It didn't take away the jerkiness. I can see it. Maybe some people can't, but it was jarring to me. Then I went down the next day and there were literally no clouds, and I did a time lapse anyway of, just mainly toward the water, and it basically did the same thing. I calibrated the gimbal. The gimbal's perfectly balanced, and it still did some things I wasn't real happy with. So two things could happen with the AK4500 that could improve that, which would be a firmware update, or instead of using video time lapse, I use photo time lapse and take a lot more photos and leave less time in between. I'm thinking a 1-second exposure with 1 second in between. So that'll be something I'm going to be trying out. I'm going to keep experimenting until I like what I see in the end result. Thanks for checking this video out. Please subscribe and tell your friends. And remember, create, share, repeat, and keep it awesome. I'll see you next time.